Bass? Nice. Smallmouth? Yeah? All of it. Whatever lands in the boat.
Muskoka.
Beauties.
We are here in beautiful Muskoka, Ontario, Canada. What's up? It's John and Noah, Early Bird Films. And we just want to briefly chat about making money with short documentary films and something that we've kind of built our business model around, really. And this pertains to using retainer clients or clients you already have to then form content that may help you someday produce like a full-length documentary. So for us, we produce a few like 5-10 minute things, nothing big, but it's really helped propel us as a business. And the first example would be a client we have that has 2 franchises, and we started at probably one of the most concerning times to be out filming, I guess, in public, right?
Yeah, definitely a terrible time to start a business in general. But yeah, so that's what happened. We had a commercial client, and I'm not in frame. Okay, it doesn't matter. I was looking at this monitor the whole time anyway. Whatever. We're in Muskoka.
Yeah. We had a shoot this morning. We pulled over on the side of the road to shoot this, lav mic in hand. Totally bare bones.
I'm on Muskoka time, baby. Here we go. Okay, so yes, we had a client that was already a client of ours. We were doing a lot of commercial work for them, and then the pandemic hit. Unfortunately, it happened to everyone. So we thought, well, actually, our business kind of like, we were very worried about our business at the point where, like, what are we going to do now? Everyone's pulling their advertising budgets. It was looking pretty bleak, and then we came up with an idea to, why don't we tell what's going on right now? So luckily this client agreed with us and was willing to participate in a video where we would follow them in their day-to-day and just document what was going on while we were in the midst of all this uncertainty. And so we got to follow 2 of the GMs of each chapter. We followed them for a day safely at a distance, and then we just talked to them about what was going on and how they were handling their client affairs and their own internal staff. And yeah, it was really like a good, insightful look at kind of, that was a small business, but it kind of really showed what was happening worldwide.
So for you who has a client right now, you don't need to find new clients or a friend or a family member. You can shoot your first doc and make money at it. And you just have to really think outside of the typical brand video that you're doing for them right now, and just ask them something else about their business or their personal life and say, hey, would you like to film that? For us, we use this business model over the past 2-3 years to really blow things up for ourselves, where we were making, okay money to 6 figures, and we're looking to do better, obviously, this year. And so we just wanted to share some tips on how we practically did that. So that was one, using a client we already had in a situation that was right in our laps.
Right. And then I'll jump in here is, you can also, while you're stepping out of that branding box, talk to your clients and see what they have coming up in their calendar. They may have some special events they're thinking of doing, maybe a community donation, something like that. Just talk to them. Who knows what they have coming up? And that gives you just something else to deliver to them than a polished commercial.
And also, like, if you just made me think about this, it builds a relationship with them, because if they have an event coming up in 6 months' time and you're like, hey, can I come with you like 2-3 days of the week? You're constantly going to build that relationship, so that client and you are going to be closer while you're out there filming for this short documentary or whatever, right? So it's about building those personal relationships. That's going to make you a lot more money. I guess we'll talk a bit about what we're doing now. So we are now producing docs that are not business docs. They're
right. Yeah. We were able to expand, and we the trick is that you use the money and the financial backing that you're making off of your commercial clients to pursue your more personal interests, right? And that allows you that time and that freedom to get out there. And, once you start making them, I think anything creative, once you start doing it, more ideas come to you. And so that was just kind of how we were doing. We were doing these short documentaries for business, and then all of a sudden the ideas started flowing, and we were able to just pick up on some things and then work those into our personal calendars, because they're stories that mean something to us personally.
Yeah, and going back to that same client, it is a franchise, and we actually got more work from different franchisees because of it, shooting really important documentary stuff for those franchisees who I don't think otherwise would probably go down that. Well, they might have, but we helped steer and produce this documentary for another franchisee that is really cool and probably outside of the typical norm for that type of client, which is pretty cool. Like, so we just wanted to share some quick tips on what worked for us. Gear really doesn't matter when you're shooting documentaries. It can be rough, it can be shaky. So yeah, I don't think you need a lot to start. Don't wait 15 years like we did.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Just don't wait. It's too easy to get out there and start now. You could start with a close family member just to even practice. But yeah, I think you talk to a business owner, you can sit them down and they will talk about their business for hours and hours and hours. You will have endless footage to scroll through. And yeah, it's just really important to start.